Welcome back, nostalgic people. I'm IBGU Games, and today I need to get something off my chest. Drama school, university, college, and inventor's workshop. I hate them. Not because of they're broken, but because they are mandatory. The thing is, your city cannot grow without them. Other than producing a single worker, they do absolutely nothing. They just sit there, taking up space, looking important, doing the bare minimum, and calling it a career. But here's the thing. I found a way to make them more useful, but it will change everything about how you build the city. So, nostalgia people, are you ready? Then, let me explain. First, let me introduce some terminology because I'm going to use it for the rest of this video. I call drama school, college, university, and inventor's workshop as tossers. They toss someone out and send them on their way. I call theater, podium, observatory, and laboratory as catchers. They receive who gets sent. And I call actors, philosophers, curators, and inventors as influencers because that's what exactly they do. They influence your house to evolve. Now, tossers produce what I call a fixed walker. An influencer with one job walk from the tosser to its pair catcher. For example, drama school sends its actor straight to the theater, while the college sends its philosopher straight to the podium. As long as the tosser and catchers are connected by road, that influencer will find its way, and crucially, they bypass roadblocks entirely. Catchers work differently. Once an influencer arrives and performs, the catchers produce its own Wonder Walker, an influencer that walks continuously along any road connected to it, looping over and over for as long as the catcher is operational. No fixed destination, just endless wandering. Both types of the influencers carry the same influence effect. Any house they get past will evolve. That's pretty simple. But one thing that people mostly miss, that is the influence effect does not stack. So for example, there are two actors passing the same house. That house will evolve once, not twice. And yet, there are still some of the players placing drama school and podium in the same area of housing block, hoping they will get double effect. It doesn't work that way, it's just wasting your space. Which brings us to the real problem. Most players still placing their tosser inside the housing block. And I understand the instinct. The influencers need to reach the houses, so keep the source close, right? But remember, a house occupies 2 tiles of road frontage. A tosser occupies 3 tiles. So place 2 tosser inside your housing blocks and you've just given away 3 housing slots and gone for a building that didn't need to be there. And it gets worse when your city grows. You build a second housing block and then you're gonna do the same habits, placing 2 tosser, losing 3 housing slot again. The costs multiply for every block you add. Your city will never collapse. It just permanently getting denser, more expensive, and more crowded than it needs to be. So here's the fix, and it starts with a layout called one-liner. A single road like the letter I while the safety and maintenance building at the one end and the catchers at the other hand. Then you're gonna create another one-liner at the right part. You're gonna copy exactly the same like the first one, but instead you're gonna do the catcher, you replace that with the tosser. Now everything's good. You're gonna take one line at the top of them and connect them between those two one-liner, and you're gonna get a U-shape downwards, or we can call it that the N shape. The fixed walker leaves the tosser and travels up to the entire right arm and then go influencing every house, reaching the catchers and perform. Then the catcher will produce one walker that continuously covers the left arm, one tosser and one catcher, but two full coverage of housing blocks. Normally, two separate housing blocks requires two catchers and two tossers. It's 8 buildings in total across all 4 pairs. With the N shape, all you need is half cost, but same coverage and same evolution effect, 50% more efficient in one layout change. And this works identically all 4 pairs, drama school and college in Zeus, while university and inventors workshop in Poseidon. So let's bring all together. Tosser produce fixed walkers, while the catchers produce wonder walkers. Both of them have the same influence effect that can evolve the houses, but the same type does not stack. Proximity is irrelevant, and placing tosser inside a housing block is just giving away your housing slot. The N shapes fix all of them. One set of building covers 2 full housing blocks in a single go. Tosser was never just producer. They were always a transit engine, waiting for a layout and finally understood them. That is the difference between players who build a city and a player who understand one. So nostalgic people, this is the end. I Beg You Games. Thank you for watching. See you in the next one.